Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Hugo Quintanilla with another live. Thank you so much for your patience and for tuning in on this open house weekend. This weekend, we are talking about the week in real estate, home ownership, resilience, record sales, and market challenges. So, join me as we talk a little bit more about the economy, real estate, and just all in all, how everything is happening in this environment that's quite unprecedented as we're coming out of a very unprecedented lockdown into a very interesting economy with high inflation and a lot of other problems. I hope you all are doing well. I am your realtor, Hugo, licensed in Maryland with Long and Foster, North Potomac, Rockville. Again, I hope you all had the opportunity to go out and see a open house and spend some time with a realtor, get to know the market, and just talk to someone about what's going on in the market. Again, if you have any suggestions, please feel free and leave them in your platform of choice. As always, we do take them into consideration. So I would love to have your input. I have some stuff for next week, but I would love to have your input when it comes to what you want to listen to. So let's get started. This week in review, home ownership rates increased despite high prices. This was on April 12th, 2024. Home ownership rates have a continued Homeownership rates have continued to climb despite high property prices, as reported by Rise Media. Uh, Mortgage rates impact on spring home sales. That was April 11th. That was just from Realtor.com. Discusses how high mortgage rates are influencing the surge in new listings and homes with reduced prices and homes with reduced prices this spring. Excuse me. Homeownership rates increasing is decreasing buyer power. So, with higher rates, we're seeing properties go for lower in certain markets. Now, is that everywhere? No. Is that in certain markets? Yes. You need to be very location focused when it comes to the pricing of a property. And remember, at least from my forecast, the chances are is that rates will continue to go up, maybe even as high as 7%. So if that's the case, every percentage that the rate goes up is about $100,000 that you lose in buying power. So keeping that in mind, if potentially, you can't predict the future, there's no, you know, crystal ball yet that you can buy on Amazon to see what's going to happen. So work with what you have. If you find a home that you're interested in, that you like, that you really do see yourself in at least for the next 7 to 10 years, go ahead and do it. Remember, everyone loves the shade from a tree when it's big and tall, but no one remembers to plant them. So the best time to buy a home was 20 years ago. 20 years from now, the best time in the home was 20 years ago. So remember, it's all relative and prices will continue to go up. So I wanted to read both of those back to back because mortgage rates will be the biggest story that you'll keep hearing throughout this season, especially as it gets nicer and warmer. You're going to start hearing a lot about rates and its ties into the economy and, of course, the global economic climate that we have going on right now. So keep an eye out on that. I'm very excited to see what happens tomorrow. And yeah, can't wait to hear Boomer's news you can use. I would love to see his input. Study on renters homeownership outlook. This is April 12th, 2024. A study by WREL News found that a significant percentage of renters feel they might never afford to own a home, highlighting affordability concerns. And Weekly Real Estate News is the publication. It's hard out there. There are two things that I would suggest. One, mitigating your expectations and realizing that, hey, prices are high everywhere. If you want to get into a particular market, there might be a certain price point that you just might have to be able to qualify for. If you can't, then you're going to have to wait. Home ownership is not just the mortgage. So don't get down if you can make the mortgage work. Remember, there are other expenses. And right now, I hate to say it, but mathematically, it is less expensive to lease than to own. But you know what I'm going to tell you. If you own, it's yours. It's all going to you. It's You're building equity, you're building net worth, you're building credit, you're building all these things. And really, if you continue to do this consistently for enough time, you can have a huge portfolio from this. So it's a great way to reinvest your money and make it work for you. That's resilient to a lot of downturn. Number 4, record-breaking 77 million home sale in Colorado. This was April 12th. A home in Aspen sold for 77 million, setting a record in Colorado's real estate market, as reported by WREN News, Weekly Real Estate News. Again, we're going to start seeing higher highs than ever before. The same way we're seeing billion-dollar jackpots in the Mega Millions and Powerball is the same way we will continue to see that trickle-down effect of really uh, monetary policy that's not monetary policy. Number 5, inflation's impact on home buyers. This is April 10th on 2024. Realtor.com explains how rising inflation is affecting mortgage rates and home buyer affordability this year. Realtor.com, another great article by Realtor.com. They have a great staff over there, great economists over there. If you ever get a chance to read their blog, they have a very well-written blog. And yeah, it's really tough to buy a home or to think about buying a home when you don't know how much your basic groceries are going to be next week. In some markets, it has gotten really expensive, up to 11%, according to some reports. Yet we are still getting more jobs and higher pay for people being employed. So we have yet to see a downturn in that. And we have yet to see any real cooling of inflation at this stage. We had a really nice run up until now through the winter time, but as the summer started heating up, tensions have also started to heat up as well. So we will see. Number 6, legal challenges in real estate commissions. This was April 12th, 2024. Real Estate News discusses the ongoing legal battles over real estate commissions practices and their implications for the industry. realestatenews.com. They again go over what's been happening as of late. There are a lot of lawsuits happening on a lot of different levels. We're going to talk about one a little bit further down. There are some that are class action, there's some that are not. So you have to be careful when doing research or speaking on these, because headlines can be deceiving, really deceiving. And what we saw with the last bout of headlines is that there's a lot of misinformation out there, and a lot of really reputable news organizations misreported the headline, and it caused a little bit of a panic in certain markets. So we have yet to see a downturn, so to speak. Keeping Current Matters, a great publication that is very near and dear to the industry, they put out a report, a video that talks about how there's not going to be a foreclosure crisis the way a lot of people were expecting. So there is no crystal ball, but at least to this moment, what we're seeing is inflation and interest rates. We could stay higher for longer. This could be the new normal, or could keep going up. So we have yet to see. Number 7, rising mortgage rates complicate spring outlook, April 12th, 2024. According to Realtor magazine, expected increases in mortgage rates due to inflation are complicating the spring home buying season. That's from nar.realtor, one of my favorite sites. Really check them out every single day because they always have good stuff on there. But again, mortgage rates. That's going to be the tough thing. Number 8, HUD, and Indianapolis Control Local Housing Agency, April 11th. Housing Wire reports that HUD and the city of Indianapolis have taken over their local housing agency to restore public confidence. Housing Wire. That at times can be a little bit distressing. I would have to do more research on the headline. I have yet to really dive into that article. That's not my market. I barely have enough time to read everything that's in my market. So it's a little scary when, they have to get involved. The city has to get involved. But sometimes to really establish order, there must be order. And who knows what's transpired there, that this market is really really in such a bad shape. But at any rate, let's stay positive and let's hope they have a good turnaround and things turn around quickly. Number 9, increasing homeownership and economic pressures, April 12th, 2024. RIS Media notes an increase in homeownership rates despite economic pressures like raising prices and mortgage rates. So again, rising prices are the name of the game. Inflation. We're probably going to see gas keep going up over the summertime. So these are all key indicators that things are going up. We just saw a huge crash over the weekend in crypto, and then we have yet to see if that's going to translate into the other markets. But I'm sure people are going to be swing trading now more than ever with derivatives. So that is really going to be an interesting X factor to this whole new stock market that we have cooking right now. Number 10, last one for the night. Real estate commission lawsuits remain unconsolidated, April 12th, 2024. Real Estate News reports that judges denied a request to consolidate commission lawsuits, leaving the real estate industry in a state of uncertainty. realestatenews.com. This was a news that I unfortunately did not see. I saw another news story that a buyer lawsuit had gone to another stage. I believe 2 buyer lawsuits had gone to another stage, but they had not gone class action. So I'd have to again look at more details on this article in particular. But like I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of lawsuits, a lot of copycat lawsuits that are happening, and they're all trying to prove that realtors don't do anything, that aren't worth the money that they earn, that X, Y, and Z, a whole plethora of things, because they really all vary on their arguments. And whether or not that is true or not, I can tell you from my personal experience, we do a lot. I can share 105 things that we do in a very cool PDF if you'd like. But at the end of the day, realtors serve a purpose, just like lawyers do, just like bakers do, just like police officers do, just like fire people do. We are specialized in a certain market, in a certain industry, and it really makes a difference. I have the privilege of working with Danny Trupos, a colleague at the office, and he is a specialist when it comes to commercial real estate. And it really makes a difference when you work with someone that knows their stuff. They get this job done, and it's It's so relieving to know that you're in good quality hands, and that you know you can make stuff happen. So it's really exciting to see all of you hanging out here today. I really hope that you take advantage of the opportunities that are going to come up this week. I'm sure they're going to market the crap out of this week for open house weekend and week, all the way through the 20th is really prime time to list your property and get it out on the market. So you're going to probably see a ton of listings come Tuesday. So keep your eyes out and put your alerts on. If you want to check out the market with a realtor, go ahead and check out my website, yourrealtorhugo.com, and you'll find some links on there that might be able to help you out. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I am Hugo Quintanilla, your realtor licensed in Maryland with Long and Foster, North Potomac. Recap for all those that are joining us late. Homeownership rates increased despite high prices. Mortgage rates impact on spring home sales. Study on renters' homeownership outlook. Record breaking $77 million home sales in Colorado, inflation's impact on home buyers, legal challenges in real estate commissions, rising mortgage rates complicate spring outlook. HUD and Indianapolis control local housing agency, and increasing homeownership amid economic pressure. And last but not least, real estate commission lawsuit remains unconsolidated were the stories of the week. So I hope you'll join me again next week when we talk about a few more real estate stories that impacted the market. And yeah, we learn a little bit more about real estate and how it can benefit you. So I really do appreciate you all tuning in. I hope that you share the live. I will see you all tomorrow for another topic. And yeah, take care. Have a great day.